Okay, good. So hopefully you had a good Memorial Day weekend. I hope that you didn't splurge too crazy. Saw my social media and a bag of Oreos and it was delightful. But I hope you. So as we get started, we are on the very last day. I know a lot of people, including myself, are still pushing and still like hoping for people to purchase, and it's 9 o'clock at night. So hopefully your people are getting started and are getting their links in, and cross your little fingers, manifest, so that we can start June on a high note. But as we start that, we've had so many positive things happen over the course of this month. So some of you guys are on the call, some of you aren't, but we've had 7 coaches go Emerald this month, which is like such a huge deal. Like, that's so amazing. That's your very first big step. It's hard to achieve. Let me make sure that I get everyone so I don't miss anybody. But the coaches that we have that have gone Emerald, we have Emily, Rebecca, Bonnie, Ashley, Natalie, Hannah, and Sandy. And then we have Laura and Raquel, both moved up a star in their business as well. And Sarah is about to go Emerald this week. She's a newbie coach. So proud. We've got some success starters. I know that Bonnie is a success starter. We also have Christina, who's a success starter. And then our new coaches who are in their first 30 days of their business. We have Ginger, also Ginner, from lack of my spelling, Sarah and Melissa, who all hit Success Club 5 and hit Success Club 5 early in the month, and this is their first 30 days of business. And I will tell you, that is crucial to your success in this business. So you should be patting yourself on the back, because if you can start off strong, it helps you so much to gain momentum and kind of keep it moving forward. So awesome job to everybody this month. I'm really excited for June. The summer months can sometimes be crazy, but I feel like any month is crazy. And something I just heard on my personal development before I jumped on this call, which I feel like is pretty relevant to what we're going to talk about today, was that life is not going to stop for you to build your Beachbody business. Like, you're still going to have your crazy life. You're still going to have, your school or your job or your kids, or you're going to have, vacations, or you're going to have busy months. You're going to have slow months. You're going to have hard months. You're going to have good months. But, life is not just going to pause for you to build this empire. But you have to have enough character to want to fight through it and to want to make it a priority, because you know that the outcome on the other side is worth it. It's worth, plugging in that extra hour each day, even when you're on vacation, or even when you're super tired, or you're not feeling well, or, man, this month has just been hard, I just kind of want to give up. You've got to have that character to push you through so that you can get to the other side of that, because life will not just open up a window and say, here you are, here's $1 million business just waiting for you. You've got to be willing to go get it. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is 90 days to a better business and a better mind. And why we say better business and mind is because I don't think that any of us, some of us haven't even been in the days, but for those of us who have, I don't know that you could really reflect, myself included, and say that you gave it 100% 90 days in a row. Because that's hard to do, because of what I just said. Like, life happens. You get busy, or you get tired, or you get unmotivated. I'm going to go through ebbs and flows. And if you're not feeling on top of the world, you don't tend to want to generate, traction in your business. The harder it gets, the less you tend to do. And that just makes things go in reverse. But if you were to commit through 90 days, that's going to take you through some positives, some negatives, some ebbs and flows. And it's going to force you to be consistent throughout. You can truly see the potential that your business has. Whether it's a good month or a bad month, through 90 days, you're going to see a little bit of everything. Life is going to throw you curveballs within 90 days. It will. And so it's going to give you a good test of how strong is your character, how strong power to push through and get excited, and to make this business as big as it can possibly be, and be what you want it to be. Not what you want it to be, but what you want to get out of it. So that's what we're going to talk about. How to do it, why to do it, and like literally, here's your action plan. Choose your day on, and just get it done. So I'm going to let Laura take over. She's going to talk a little bit about how she's jumped hers, and then we'll talk about how to make yours happen for you.
Okay. Hey guys. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my struggle of what I've been through as a coach. And so I don't want to, we talk about this and I don't want to come off negative. I don't want to come off as everyone has struggled. I don't want to come off as a Debbie Downer, but I want to be completely honest in what I've been through. So I became a coach last May. And in my mind, I knew when I signed up to be a coach that I had several things I had to do on a daily basis. I had to post 3 times a day. That was non negotiable. I knew that. I knew that going into it, and I changed my Facebook overnight. It was a personal Laura, whatever she's doing, she's getting married to, and I am now a Beachbody coach. I went all in, and that hopefully is, whatever mindset you are on, if you're in it to win it, hopefully you are posting 3 times a day. I started off that way. Also, invited to a challenge group once a month for a full week. Honestly, this is what I did when I first started off. I was like, okay, where's my 1 week? I will invite that 1 week solid. And I did personal development. I did do that. I listened to the National Wake Up Call. I listened to Bruce Shard. I was on it. I was a product of the product. So I was always on 21 Day Fix, or I did PIO, Body Beast, Size. I am always on a product. In my mind, when I signed up, I had a goal to be diamond in 4 to 5 months. And I made that happen. And how I made that happen is, everyone knows how a diamond layout is, but I called it a forced diamond. Basically, I signed up Natalie, who is not a coach, and I put 2 of my discount coaches underneath her on one side. And I signed up my husband, and I put 2 discount coaches underneath him. I just sent them their link. And so it was kind of a 4 diamond. So I had 4 and 4, and then Natalie and Scott as emeralds. Bam, diamond in 4 to 5 months. And then I call it, I don't know if we call it like diamond blues or wherever you are in your business, but I felt like I had arrived and I could push back the brakes. And what Jessica talked about, going on that vacation, I had a couple vacations lined up back to back. And I took that time to say, I'm on cruise control. And honestly, I can tell you right now that that hurt my business more than anything. And I saw in the relationships that I was building, it just didn't, I just wasn't plugged in as much in the team VIP. Financially, this was a big reason why I became a coach, right? We all are. I was making about $200 to $250 a week, every week as a diamond. I did a lot of retail and building a team as well. But that next month, I saw a decrease in my finances so much. And I was like slapping myself in the face saying, Laura, if this is what you want to do, if you were trying to initially build a business and quit your job, then you have got to get it together. These 2 weeks, well, I mean, you cannot take 2 weeks off like this. And I can promise you, my social media did not slack. I did not go away. I posted still times a day. But in my mind, I was not following up. And to be quite honest, when someone would message me, I was, I had this, and I don't want to tell you all this, be a Debbie Downer, but that's how I felt. And I think it's okay to say those things. Truly is how I felt. And so what did I do to come out of that? That lasted truly about 2 weeks. I like remember it when it started and when it ended. And I scheduled a call with my coach, and I laid it out on the line. Maybe she couldn't see it as on my social media, that mentally in like inside my heart is just not in it as much. And so I had this Excel spreadsheet that I was working on. I changed my way of follow-up. So I went back to pen and paper. That truly helped me. I did a to-do list every single day. The challenger check-in, or the daily check-in that Jen, it's on our TIP, I did that every single day. And that truly helped me because I was on pen and paper. And I realized that I could not rely on my invites once a week. I had to kick it in gear, and I realized that inviting every single day, whether it be a challenger or whether it be a coach, was the key to success. Because if they say no right now, that doesn't mean no forever. That just means no right now. And so I wrote down a couple of things. I also did some personal development for this. And here are some 4 things that might scare you about invite, but I honestly, this is the key to my success. It's social media is great. It's a great way to engage people, and it's a great way to start building relationships. So it comes down to it that it took me 6 months to realize it is about personal messaging. And you might have realized that already yet, but it is honestly about me messaging my friend and starting a relationship, and then hopefully inviting them to a challenge group or to be a coach. And that is the key to success, is what I found. So fears of inviting. So I wrote down 4 things to maybe help you. Slow down. So whatever journey you're on is to slow down and really evaluate where you are. And even if it's baby steps, even if you set out to a goal, okay, Laura, I'm not going to worry about I'm not worried about my workout today. What I'm going to worry about is inviting 10 people today. And I just want to hopefully connect with someone. Slow down and really think about what is your goal today. So breathe in, breathe out, slow down. Number 2, it is about building relationships. So whether it starts off with making someone's day, saying happy birthday, whether you have a girlfriend in mind that just got married or had a baby, take a second to reach out to them, because as you know, whenever you reach out to them and give them some happiness, you have back. So start building relationships within your Facebook, and not think about it as selling. Start thinking about it as building relationships. Okay, change the vocabulary. If inviting scares you, change it to sharing. I'm sharing my journey. I am sharing about my workout. I'm sharing about Shakeology. I'm sharing about my coaching experience, because honestly, people want to see that. And some people want to see you fail, to be honest, on your social media, but a lot of people want to see you go further. So start sharing, because you are your own reality series. Seriously, you are. People are watching you, even if you don't think they are. Okay. And the next one, I mentioned it a second ago, people say no, it does not mean no forever. It means just not right now. And that is totally true. I've said so many people, and you're like, ooh, that girl said no a couple months ago. I remember that. And now she's in your challenge group, and now she's rocking it, and you have changed a life, my friend. And that is amazing. So even when people say no, it does not mean no forever. It means no right now, not right now. So keep following up with them. And that doesn't mean keep asking them to be a challenger. Start following up with them in their life, saying congrats on your graduation. Congrats on your baby girl just went through preschool. Start building that relationship with her or him. Remember your why. So my why started as I want to help people. I want to change lives. And it still is my why. But my why has now cultivated to I want to quit my full-time job. I want to build my dream home on the land we purchased, and I want to retire my husband, and I would love to travel. And that is my why. So start remembering your why when you go through those slumps of where you want to be as a Beachbody coach. Also, think bigger. So if the small little details of everyday mundane things freak you out, think of the bigger picture of your why, what you're doing. You are helping people. Go back to your old challenge groups, get motivation, start reconnecting with those people, and start looking and getting inspiration. Start looking for personal development and go after that. And the last thing I want to say about inviting is just do it. Honestly, man up and just do it. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but sometimes you just have to send that message, even if you don't want to. And I promise you, after you do that first message, the next 10 will be a lot easier. So even if you don't want to start, man up and just do it. So that is a little bit about my journey, how I got out of it. Another reason how I got out of it, I set my next goal. So whether you are diamond, whether you are emerald, set your next goal. I just became 2-star qualifying. What is my next goal? I want to be 3-star qualifying. So always have that next goal in mind instead of just on cruise control, because you will never just arrive and stay there. You always have to keep working every single day. You are chiseling basically your body, your coaching body, everything, your being, and you are working on it every single day to be the product that you are made to be. So that is a little bit about my journey, what I've been through, how I got out of it. So I encourage you, if you are in a slump, reach out to your upline, start looking at personal development, and it can really change it on a dime. And so I will hand it over to Raquel, and she will be talking about our 90-day push.
Yes. Okay. So thank y'all. I also just wanted to quickly share with you too, because I know that I've had a lot of coaches this month say it's been a really hard month. And let me just tell you, I just got off a call with my upline, Lindsay, and she had all of her diamonds. And let me just tell you, across the network, it's been a really hard month for everybody. So if it's been hard for you, just know you're not alone. We have some months where it's like piece of cake. People are coming out of right and left and they want to join you. And then other months you have to hustle. So just know it's just part of the game. And if it were easy, everyone would do it. But we just got to be consistent and persistent, and it'll work for us. So the 90 days to excellence, if you hadn't listened to that call, that Craig Holiday call, I actually need to post the rest of the calls today. That's on my to-do list when we get off of this call. But it was the first of 8 calls. And it was talking about, like Jessica talked about, have you ever committed 90 days straight to this business? And I listened to that call, and it was a gut check for me because I hadn't. And I've been in this business for a year and a half. And I started out strong. I didn't invite. I spent a good majority of my first year not inviting because it scared me. And then I got stagnant. So I came out of the gate strong. I've shared with you my journey. I've shared with you my income progression. But I have been at 2-star since last July. And I'm now just qualifying for 3-star. And that's on me, because I got stagnant. I wasn't doing the daily behaviors consistently. Was I doing them? Yes. Was I doing them day in and day out when I didn't feel like it? I wasn't. And it's been showing in my business. And so the good thing about this business is that when you have success, there's nobody else that you can blame it on but yourself. And if you're not having success, you can't blame it on anyone else but yourself as well. So that call that I shared, and I got super pumped up about it. So sorry, last week I was like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Please listen. I do think, man, if I were to look back at my last 90 days, would it have been enough that it would have made me, build my business? Would it have, if my family's life depended on it, if my dreams depended on it, would the last 90 days of what I did in this business, would it have gotten me there? And I can honestly say no. But I know that these next 90 days, we can start today and decide the next 90 days, no matter what, I'm going to move forward in my business. So really, that's the action plan for today. Set a date. It doesn't have to be today. We know how some people that are starting June 1st tomorrow. If you need a little prep week to mentally determine what it is your start date, figure it out, and then tell yourself, no matter what, I am going to do this. Create a list of 10 non-negotiables. I say 10. If you only can come up with 8, that's fine. But what does that look like for you? Does that mean posting 3 times on social media? Does that mean getting some sort of movement? If it's not a workout, you're walking, you're doing something. Because again, we've got to be a product of the product, and our body is our business. I have to remind myself that sometimes, that yes, we're here to grow a business, but if I'm not really focusing on my own health and fitness, how can other people trust me, right? Is it drinking Shakeology, personal development every day, inviting, following up, engaging with people, just like, Laura is talking about. We're in a relationship business. I can't tell you how many people this month have asked me about my challenge group just because I've reached out to them and saying like, oh my gosh, I saw that you went to the splash pad with your kids. Where is that? I'd love to go there with mine. Nothing about Beachbody. And then because I'm consistent on my social media and they see that I've been posting about challenge groups and I'm working out and my food and I post about all these things, it naturally happens. But you have to do both. You can't just post on social media and never personally invite and expect people to just come to you. Like, it just doesn't happen. It might happen for a little bit. I'm not going to lie. When I first started, I would post one post out there and then I would cover my eyes and say, oh my gosh, please have people come to me. And it worked for a little bit. I had a good warm market, but I'm telling you right now, my warm market is pretty much dried up. So if I don't personally invite, I will not hit Success Club. I just won't. I won't be able to get new people in my groups. I won't be able to change lives. So I know that with both my social media and inviting, when put them together, recipe for success. So the goal is tonight, if you haven't created that list for yourself already, create a list of 10 things, 8 to 10 things that you know every single day before I go to bed. Can I ask myself, did I win my day? That's what I do every night before I go to bed. Did I win my day? If I made it through my checklist, it's like a weight's lifted, right? Like, oh, I won my day. I did everything I was supposed to do today. I can go to sleep feeling good about my day. Whereas if I didn't get through the whole checklist, it kind of like weighs on you like, did I win my day? I kind of halfway did it, right? So create that list of what needs to happen no matter what. This last weekend was a huge test for me because I had my daughter's pre-K graduation. We had family in town. I was traveling. I mean, every excuse under the book, right? But I figured out how to make it happen, and I've never done that before. And I feel like when you push through those hard times, it makes you realize how much stronger we really are, and how many excuses I was really giving myself, which kind of makes me sick to my stomach. Like, I try to act like I can push through the excuses, but when push comes to shove, I was an excuse maker. And sometimes still am. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I make excuses for myself, but that's where y'all come in as a team. And that's my next step. So set that date, create a list of 10 things that you know you're going to happen, and then match up with somebody. We have a 90-day push Facebook Messenger chat group that you are more than welcome to join. We're trying to set you up in success pods. I know that we have a few other people that need to be paired up, and we will pair you up, but get in there with somebody that you know is going to hold you accountable. There are some days when I'm literally texting Laura and Genevieve and Jessica, and I'm like, I don't really want to invite today. And they're like, no, just do it. Like, I need that. Like, I need someone to tell me, I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you had pre-K graduation, figure it out. So get into a group, plug into our group, plug in with your success pods, plug into Team VIP, because honestly, when you start kind of veering off on your own, it starts to be a lot, and you feel like you're alone in this, and you're like, is it just me that's struggling? You see the Success Club leaderboard go up, and you see people with like 16 points, and you're sitting at like -2. I've been there. Last month, I started the month at -2. Somebody returned a challenge pack on me, like a dagger to the heart, right? And you're like, wow, here I am. Everybody's having this great success, and I'm struggling. No, we're in this together. I think that's the beauty. What I love about this business so much is that we are in it together, and we're a team. So reach out to us, plug into Team VIP, reach out to your upline, because chances are, the only thing about an upline that I tell people is, I'm not better than you. The only thing is I've been in the business a little bit longer, right? And chances are, since I've been in the business a little bit longer than you, I've probably experienced something that you're experiencing. And sometimes it just helps to just talk it out. Sometimes I just need to vent. Sometimes you just need to vent. Sometimes you just need somebody to be your cheerleader. Sometimes you need that kick in the pants. Whatever the case may be, reach out, because you're not alone. And then my last tip, okay, I've gone through a lot of tips. Sorry. 1, set a start date. 2, create that list of non-negotiables. 3, find somebody that can hold you accountable, whether it's us in our 90-day push group, or it's your upline or your success pod, whoever, find them. And my last tip would be track your progress. So I'm super pumped because Bonnie got me this cute little May book. Can y'all see it? And it's so fun because I get to track everything that I'm doing. So I have my invites, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who did I invite? Engage. Who did I invite? Friend request. Who did I invite? So I have that. And then I also have that Jessica posted. I need to be better about updating this because I haven't. I can check through for 90 days to see how I'm doing. And let me just tell you, there's something about pen and paper and writing it down and checking it off that it does something for us. So if you just go through and track your progress, even if you don't have a good day, like I'm not going to lie, yesterday I didn't do that well. I didn't hit all my 10 for 10, and I can feel bad about it. But at the end of the day, I got to track my progress. And when I look back, I can know, well, that day kind of sucked. But over the course of the 90 days, what am I doing? So tracking is a game changer. It truly, truly is. Okay. I talked a lot. Do we have any questions about what I just said? Get yourself a May book. They're so cute. Questions? Who's created a list of non-negotiables that have to happen? Who's starting on June 1? Bonnie? Natalie, is that your hand or are you yawning? I'm sorry, you've already committed. So I think this is just a great exercise to do because I have a lot of, this is what I'm going to be very honest, and I hope I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but I'm not going to call out names because I'm just not. But I have a lot of coaches come to me and they tell me, I'm just going to take a step back. You know, I just feel like I just need to take a step back from my business. I have a lot going on. And I get that because there have been many times where I'm like, life's just kind of busy. I need to take a step back. But really taking a step back, really ask yourself, is it because I'm afraid? Because for me, every time I've wanted to take a step back, it's because I'm kind of afraid. Like I know I need to invite, but I don't really want to. So rather than taking a step back, just tell yourself, I'm just going to give myself 90 days. And if I commit and do the steps 90 days and I don't see any difference in my business, then cool, I'll take a step back. But don't quit on yourself before you really see. Give yourself time. Allow time to work for you. Allow your miracle to catch up with you before telling yourself, I'm going to take a step back. Because I think that that's key. A lot of times we don't ever really get off the starting blocks because we've never fully gone all in. So 90 days. It's going to be a long 90 days, but August 22nd is my end of my 90 days. But I'm hoping it'll become like a habit where it's like, this is just what I do every day. The fact that I haven't been doing this hurts my heart a little bit. Imagine, I feel like just in the 8 days, I've been doing it for, I think this is day 8. It's blowing my mind. I'm like, I was at 7. I should be hopefully at 14 by the end of tonight, just from 8 days of this. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Can you imagine how much further along I'd be in my business? But when you know better, you do better, right? Okay, any other questions? We got our action plan of what we're doing? Yes, absolutely.
The excited faces.
Laura's 4 things were so good too, so I hope that you wrote them down. And her 4th one of setting your next goal is so huge. She kind of talked about being in her she had like that little 2-week diamond blues period. And I feel like that happens even when you hit emerald, and even when you have a really good month, like you have a really good Success Club month, that can happen. I feel like when you hit a high point, you tend to drop to a valley if you don't immediately set another goal. So that was like huge. If you do not have a date in mind for your next goal, you need to establish it. Like I know I talked to Nikki today about her Ruby goal. What is the day that you will be turning Ruby? Because if you don't have it, it just kind of floats around and you're like, oh yeah, I'm headed towards this next goal. But if you don't have a solid, it is happening by X day, you really don't have that drive or that push. Or if you just hit a rank, if you just hit emerald or you've just hit diamond, your goal needs to be to hit your strong emerald or your strong diamond immediately, because you don't want to feel stressed and you don't want to feel like you're dropping in and out of your rank. You want to be solid and you want to feel solid in what you're doing. So if you know, like, boom, I just hit emerald, you need a boom, hit emerald again so that you're a strong emerald. And then boom, you start to push towards ruby. Or if you hit diamond, you need a boom, back up those emeralds on each side, back up those coaches on each side, because you don't want to hit it and then drop to that valley and feel like, oh, this is so hard, because that's when you start to get frustrated and spin down where you want to spin up. But so it's just mind over matter. Like I said in the beginning, life is not going to stop for us to build our little empires. You just have to have the character to push through it anyway, because it will be worth it. And I just want everybody to get fire in their belly and just get so excited and just push, 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 push. Any questions? Need anything? June calendar we'll put in the group tomorrow with all of the dates for everything. But if you have a challenger that needs to start in our challenge group, preseason is this week. Day 1's June 6th. You're more than welcome to jump on board if you need to.
I did want to add something, because I'm going through a little bit of a funk. I always am. It's like all day, every day. But I've really learned kind of the hard way that this business kind of lags. So the work you put in doesn't really pay off for a few weeks, it seems like 3, 4, 5 weeks. So leading up to my Disney vacation last month, I wasn't working. I was just like Laura, I was posting every single day. You wouldn't know it, but I wasn't doing the personal inviting. And I'm sure as heck struggling. Like I'm struggling so hard. But I have for the past 8 days done every single thing on my checklist. And I still haven't got any more challenge packs to sell. And that's my fault. So this business kind of lags. So just know that the work you put in now, even if you're not getting yeses, doesn't mean you have to throw in the towel after 8 days. Just keep going, and then it'll pay off eventually.
Yes. And Lisa, what the work that you're doing right now, I promise you, you will see it next month. And that is the beauty of this, is that those people that are not responding right now and that are not getting back with you will get back with you next month. And it will keep going like that. That is like the beauty of this business, is that work that you didn't do is showing now, but the work that you are doing right now is going to show as well. So keep going.
The lag is
That's
real.
the catch, because when you end the month or you're like in middle of the month and you're already sitting at Success Club 10, you're like, woo, I can coast. And then the beginning of, because I've done that before, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to save my points into the beginning of next month. And then because you take a little downtime, then you're like having to hustle. Like that was literally my story last month. I hit Success Club early on the month in March, and I was like, I'm good. Coasted. And then April came and I was sitting on the 25th with 0 points. So yeah, you just got to keep going. And again, if you just have a checklist of knowing, I just got to get through these things, be done, move on with your day. And then you can sleep well at night. Good.
Okay, good. We've hit our 30-minute threshold, so we will let you escape to your lives. Thank you for spending your Tuesday with us. And remember, reach out. And if you're starting tomorrow, or if you want to be in the 90-day push and you're not already, make it happen. Make it happen. So excited.